Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moments. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of upcoming episode of Swallowed Star Part 264 based on novel. So let's start. Golden Horned Beast was thrown into the space whirlpool, and Craftsman Master, the mountain giant who was as tall as tens of millions of miles, stood quietly in the air, watching the space whirlpool that would lead to the land of extremis. Craftsman Master was a mountain giant, millions of miles tall, with many gigantic glass arms sticking out of it. At one look, it would seem to have at least 100 gigantic arms. Furthermore, the stone face of the mountain bore an enormous pair of eyes. Golden Horned Beast, he said, don't blame me if you are trapped in the land of extremis for trillions of years. Craftsman Master gazed at the space whirlpool and continued, all of these are teacher sitting mountain guests' instructions. Craftsman Master could not help letting out a soft sigh. Poor fellow. Sitting mountain guest's wish would always be Craftsman Master's command. He would carry out his orders without fail. Given his capability, his skills in making weapons, and his massive, mountainous godly body, he really had nothing to fear when facing a universe supreme master. Firstly, he was capable and had a massive godly body in addition to a flying palace-type true treasure, Craftsman Star. He was able to fend for himself when facing other universe supreme masters. Secondly, he had an extensive network of friends. On the level of universe supreme masters alone, few were very close to him. He was also close to the human race, the demon race, and several other races, as many would frequently employ his help in making true treasures. So, if any other universe supreme masters dared to command him about, he would dismiss them without a second thought. But things were different with Sitting Mountain Guest. Craftsman Master treated Sitting Mountain Guest with the utmost respect. Back in his younger days, he was passionate about making weapons and was very gifted in this aspect. During the earliest stage of the birth of the universe, when very few life forms existed, Craftsman Master was already a universe knight. Once, while making weapons, Sitting Mountain Guest happened to sit by his side and watch him work. At that time, he was furious. How could his skill of making true treasures be seen by other great beings who might pick up his skills secretly? He was fuming, but there was nothing he could do. Sitting Mountain Guest was already a universe supreme being at that point in time. His power to control the surrounding universe could have rendered Craftsman Master immobile. Thereafter, Sitting Mountain Guest gave his 2 cents worth on Craftsman Master's weapon-making skills, commending his merits but also pointing out his shortcomings. He even gave pointers on how improvements could be made to boost his weapon-making skills. Craftsman Master had been appalled. During that period, the lonely Sitting Mountain Guest had resided on Craftsman Master's planet, where Craftsman Master was still a nobody and had yet to earn his reputation by remodeling a flying palace-type true treasure. Occasionally, Sitting Mountain Guest would give him some pointers. This had allowed Craftsman Master's skills to increase by leaps and bounds. Even his law comprehension showed tremendous improvement. Eventually, he achieved a breakthrough and attained the Universe Master level. His skills in making weapons also reached a very high standard. Your skills have already attained an extremely high level, Sitting Mountain Guest had said. My guidance is no longer useful. What happens next will be up to you to discover and experience. Sitting Mountain Guest had left him thereafter. From the beginning to the end, Sitting Mountain Guest had not mentioned anything about making him a disciple. He also had not taught him any self-cultivation techniques, nor had he given Craftsman Master any true treasures. Sitting Mountain Guest's help was merely staying on his planet for a longer time to guide him in improving his skill in making weapons. Still, Craftsman Master had always used the salutation of Teacher Sitting Mountain Guest. In his heart, he thought of Sitting Mountain Guest as his teacher. There were a few occasions where he asked Sitting Mountain Guest to be his teacher, but Sitting Mountain Guest was unresponsive. When Sitting Mountain Guest approached him with instruction this time around, he would certainly perform the task to his very best and absolutely without a trace of delay. Poor fellow. But you are one lucky fellow, Craftsman Master lamented with a sigh. Teacher Sitting Mountain Guest has set a test for you. To train you. I think it means that he thinks of you as his disciple. However, teacher sitting mountain guest has very high expectations. If you are unable to make it out on your own, you will be trapped in a land of extremis for all eternity. Craftsman master let out yet another sigh. The next instant, that massive being vanished into space and went back to Craftsman's star. A moment later, the 3 disciples of Craftsman master flew down toward the foot of Craftsman Mountain, where over 500 universe knights and undying beings, all of whom were gifted with talents in making weapons, were kneeling in wait. Teacher has returned, shouted one of the 3 disciples. Teacher has returned, announced another. You should all start preparing quickly. Soon, teacher will be testing you all. Only those who pass the final test get to become teacher's disciples. Upon hearing the shouts, everyone looked far into the distance with surprised and delighted expressions. From the buildings, the universe knights of the many races rushed out at top speed. Hurry up! Craftsman master is about to make an appearance. Hurry up! The chance to enlist Craftsman master's help in making true treasures is finally arriving. Thousands of universe knights came forth in large numbers. Remote Ocean Luo Feng, said Chrysalis Knight. Craftsman master is about to appear. Remote Ocean Luo Feng? Remote Ocean Luo Feng? Chrysalis Knight went to Luo Feng's abode to look for him, but he could not find him anywhere. He could not help but let out a sigh. In the Yin Fa secret region, a lone universe planet ship cruised through space. Luo Feng's original Earthling body sat in it, and beside him, a remote ocean body appeared. Earlier on, to ward off the blow Craftsman master had dealt to Golden Horned Beast, remote ocean body had supplemented Golden Horned Beast's godly body with more power, thus using up all his godly power. He was annihilated as a result. Naturally, another remote ocean body would be formed. Where is it? Luo Feng muttered in alarm. My Golden Horned Beast body. Where has it gone to? Normally, I am able to connect with my Golden Horned Beast body through our consciousness, but I cannot sense its location. Luo Feng was taken aback. Nothing like this had ever happened before. Even on the original star, the 2 bodies had been able to sense each other's whereabouts. Where did Golden Horned Beast body go? Luo Feng wondered aloud. The land of extremis. Where is it found in this universe? Luo Feng was growing increasingly perturbed. Even in his current standard, he still felt that the universe was a difficult book to read. There were always mysterious lands seemingly popping up out of nowhere. Going through that gigantic space whirlpool, Golden Horned Beast suddenly found himself in the middle of a starry sky. He looked around, feeling at a loss. This place. Where am I? Golden Horned Beast looked off into the distance. In the bright, starry sky, looking afar, there was the star level and a star traveler level. He could even see a gigantic, red star. Given Golden Horned Beast's eyesight, the vast, limitless galaxy he saw seemed like an ordinary starry sky. But Golden Horned Beast body was keenly aware that this place was nowhere near ordinary. He was unable to sense the space ripples. He also could not sense his god country or the virtual universe. How is this possible? Where are the space ripples? Golden Horned Beast let out a low growl while suspended in midair. He studied his surroundings. There are no spaces sealed, so where have all the space ripples disappeared to? Here in this vast starry sky, it was as though it was perfectly natural for space to be without a single trace of ripples. It was as if this place was completely isolated from the original universe. I cannot sense the virtual universe, and I cannot sense my god country. I was unable to connect to the virtual universe when I was in the original star, too, but this is only the second place in the entire universe where I have been unable to connect to the virtual universe. Golden Horned Beast surveyed his surroundings. He was quite aware of the capabilities of the virtual universe, and a place that could cut off all contact with the virtual universe was certainly no ordinary realm. What about the space whirlpool? Golden Horned Beast looked around. He had arrived here immediately after stepping through that space whirlpool. Thereafter, the space whirlpool had disappeared. Why did it disappear? Could it be that the space whirlpool on the Craftsman star can be transmitted to different spots randomly? Luo Feng was baffled. Back when he was at the ancestral God secret region, he had met with a spate of random occurrences involving space whirlpools where he was transported to the core lands of certain places. But Mosha body had eventually undergone an evolution. Asterisk 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 asterisk. Luo Feng's Mosha body appeared in midair while Golden Horned Beast body hid within the world ring. This land of extremis. What secret does it hold? Why do I not see any form of danger here? Luo Feng scrutinized his surroundings, but because he could not sense his god country, there was no way he could utilize god country transportation. Hence, his injuries would not be able to recover. Teacher sitting mountain guest. What does he have in mind for me? Luo Feng wondered. Luo Feng was no fool. While planning a way to steal the fourth metal board, he had not confirmed whether there was any relation between craftsman master and teacher sitting mountain guest. However, when Golden Horned Beast was caught while trying to escape, craftsman master had shown up. Craftsman master's appearance wasn't a surprise. What was surprising was the minor punishment he had meted out. He had not even taken back the metal board, nor had he taken any of Luo Feng's true treasures before tossing him into the space whirlpool leading to the land of extremis. What a weak race. The audacity to steal. Surely, craftsman master knew that for a being to come out of the black good alive, he must have a formidable true treasure armor, thought Luo Feng. Even though he knew this, craftsman master still did not take any of my valuables. How could he be so benevolent? Even a benevolent master would have killed me right away. And if he intended to punish me instead, there are many ways to do so. Why would he desert me in the land of extremis? Super great beings kill one another on the original star for the sake of obtaining top-tier true treasures. Yet craftsman master is unable to see a valuable true treasure right before his eyes? No. I am truly a fool. This must have been teacher sitting mountain guest's arrangement. Luo Feng was grateful to sitting mountain guest for this, but he was doubtful of his intentions and motives. Sitting mountain guest usually showed much indifference to Luo Feng, but when he had instructed Luo Feng to obtain the first 3 black metal boards, Luo Feng had to obtain the 3 boards in 3 different stages, one when he was at Sector Lord level, the second when he was at Undying level, and the third when he was at Universe Knight level. They were clearly 3 different tests. Back when I was seeking the Green Knight and the Purple Knight, I eventually ended up being sent to Ice Hell, Luo Feng recalled. If not for Master of Skywolf, I'm afraid I would have been there a long time. I would have had to kill a colossal number of great beings in Ice Hell to make it out alive. Is this like teacher sitting mountain guest's motive back then? Luo Feng could only speculate, as sitting mountain guests' arrangements were usually more casual and impromptu. Even if Luo Feng was able to escape thanks to Master of Skywolf and Primal Chaos City leader, sitting mountain guest would not intervene. What about this time? What is his motive this time? If it weren't for Master of Skywolf and Primal Chaos City leader, I would have been trapped in Ice Hell for a long, long time. Luo Feng looked up at the vast, starry sky. In this mysterious land of extremis, I can't sense my god country, nor the virtual universe. I can't even determine its universe coordinates. There is no way I can seek help. And if my godly body is depleted, I can't go to the remote ocean to recharge. The moment I fail, Luo Feng said to himself, my force armor, 9 Tiger River, and Shawu wings will be gone. I can't afford to worry. Regardless of what sitting mountain guest has in mind, he is training me, and I have improved my abilities so rapidly, all thanks to him. Regardless, capability is the fundamental concern. Luo Feng speculated no more. Immediately, he transformed into a beam of light and flew off at top speed. He continued accelerating and soon reached the speed of light. Luo Feng's eyes widened. I have reached the speed of light? No. I am starting to exceed the speed of light. Why am I still not entering the dark universe? While in the form of light, Luo Feng was dumbfounded. What is this place? Is this really the original universe? Could it be that there is another universe that is similar to the original universe? He wasn't able to feel his god kingdom, and neither could he enter the dark universe and reach a speed faster than light. And there were no space ripples. Where am I? Luo Feng was still flying at high speed through space using his inertia. He looked around at all the stars gleaming. Wait, he said. This doesn't feel right. I'm already faster than the speed of light, and I should only be able to see the front. Luo Feng looked back, and he could still see the scene distinctly, which baffled him. He permeated his godly power and sensed light speed. I'm moving too fast, he said. So, light speed in the land of extremis is different from that in the original universe. Light speed in the original universe was 186,000 miles per second, while light speed in the land of extremis was 100 times faster. The speed of godly power? Luo Feng frowned. A beam of godly power spread, which made Luo Feng exclaim, the fastest godly power is 186,000 miles per second in the original universe. But light speed in a land of extremis is 18 million miles per second. Luo Feng accelerated and flew across the sky. 2 times light speed in the original universe. 3 times light speed in the original universe. He kept accelerating. The laws of the universe were sharply different in the land of extremis. Luo Feng felt like he had around Swanshanku, but also as if he were in the primal universe. Swanshanku was a universe supreme master, and he was able to change all the laws in his surroundings, while the primal universe was an entirely different universe with some fundamental differences. Luo Feng kept speeding up, and the pressure on his godly body kept surging. The Mosha body was 100 times stronger than an ordinary pinnacle emperor, and he was able to withstand the pressure. 100 times light speed in the original universe. I can speed up no more. Luo Feng wasn't able to accelerate any further, even after burning his godly power. He remained at 100 times the speed of light in the original universe. He was at light speed in the land of extremis. Suddenly, the view behind him became dark, and Luo Feng was only able to see the starry sky in front of him. I didn't enter the dark universe even after hitting the speed limit. It seems that there's no dark universe in the land of extremis. Luo Feng was perplexed. Let's see what kind of place land of extremis is. He continued flying 100 times faster than light speed in the original universe. Inside Luo Feng's God Kingdom, the remote ocean was churning, and Luo Feng sat on the square in front of his God Kingdom. Although I'm trapped in land of extremis, I have gained more than I lost. At least I got the 4th black metal of the 9-volume manual. Luo Feng smiled. The 4th black metal had been hidden in the mountainside of Craftsman Mountain, and the information contained in the black metal was already transferred to him when the golden horned beast swallowed the black metal. He gathered the practice methods of the first 5 volumes. However, a lot of information was missing in the 4th black metal, and when combined with the first 3, they gave the practice methods of the first volumes. I've obtained the first 7 volumes of the 9 volumes manual. Perhaps the last black metal can give me the last 2 volumes. I'll start practicing now. And so his original earthling body started the 6th volume of 9-volume manual. Mosha body kept flying, moving 100 times faster than light speed in the original universe as the golden horned beast inside the world ring started to practice the 6th volume of the 9-volume manual. Even if he failed to finish the 6th volume and his body turned into ashes, Luo Feng's godly body was strong enough to be immortal. His body could be recovered as long as there was a portion of it left. The ashes would be gathered, which meant he was able to practice the 9-volume manual in land of extremis without having to worry about failure. He kept flying at the same speed for more than a year and finally flew into a galaxy. Luo Feng exclaimed, "One star is jade, one is yellow and white, and one is rainbow-colored." When he reached the center of the galaxy, an old voice came out of the yellow star, and it reached Luo Feng's surroundings several seconds later. "There is an intruder from another race in the land of extremis." "We've been alone for a long time, Demon Sword Knight," replied a wicked voice from the rainbow-colored star. "We haven't seen any other races for more than 60,000 eras," said a cold voice from the Jade Star. Luo Feng was disturbed. A trace of invisible godly power penetrated Luo Feng as a soul attack, but Mosha body wasn't afraid of soul attack. He's an energy life form, and he doesn't fear soul attack, the wicked voice echoed through the sky. Let me crush him, said the cold voice. My turn, said the old voice. Luophone looked into the distance, and 3 beings flew out of the stars. They reached the speed that was 100 times that of the light speed in the original universe and dashed toward Luophone. My Mosha body isn't good at fighting, he said. A 3-foot-long golden horned beast floated in the sky with his wings open, and Mosha body went into the world ring. Oh! A space beast, said one of the 3 beings. A golden horned beast, said another. Much better. The green being had a voice that was apathetic yet filled with aggression. The golden horned beast floated in the sky and recognized all 3 of the universe overlords. They were universe-renowned universe overlords who had vanished from the universe a long time ago. They were Demon Sword Knight, Ce Qian Knight, and Feather Dark Horde Leader. The golden horned beast's voice resounded through the sky. Demon Sword Knight, Ce Qian Knight, and Feather Dark Horde Leader. I can't believe you 3 are still alive. They slowed down and stopped in an area tens of thousands of miles away from Luophone. All 3 great beings were surprised. Somebody still remembers us, said Ce Qian Knight. We aren't forgotten, Feather Dark Horde Leader said at the same time. Demon Sword Knight gazed at the golden horned beast indifferently and demanded, tell us now. What has happened in the past 200,000 eras? Ce Qian Knight and Feather Dark Horde Leader also stared at the golden horned beast. Demon Blade Knight, the golden horned beast growled. You speak as if commanding a slave. I don't like the way you talk. Although I empathize with you and I'm willing to tell you what's happened, the way you talk has disappointed me. Damn you! Demon Blade Knight's eyes glinted coldly. If you don't want to talk, then I'll beat the truth out of you. His godly body started to burn. A streak of jade light streaked through the sky and charged at the golden horned beast. Luophone hadn't expected Demon Blade Knight to be so angry. He would have gladly answered him if Demon Blade Knight had asked nicely. From the bottom of his heart, Luophone was willing to have a conversation with those universe overlords. Unfortunately, Demon Blade Knight didn't view him as his equal. Charge! Ce Qian Knight said and instantly slammed Luophone with a staff that grew 6,000 miles long. Ha ha ha! Feather Dark Horde Leader guffawed, and his voice pierced the golden horned beast body. Although Luophone's willpower and consciousness were at the universe overlord level, he was still affected. The golden horned beast started to burn his godly body, and he shook his wing to try to dodge the blade. The blade slashed toward the golden horned beast. The staff hit the head of the golden horned beast. Demon Blade Knight and Ce Qian Knight cooperated with each other perfectly, and Feather Dark Horde Leader was affecting Luophone's mind and willpower constantly. The golden horned beast was weaker than those universe overlords, and his godly body was still injured from the encounter at Craftsman Mountain. He could only stand there and be beaten by them. His wing is a true treasure! Ce Qian Knight shouted. And he's wearing true treasure armor, Feather Dark Horde Leader added. He's able to resist all the attacks from us. He must be wearing a senior true treasure armor. Kill him. Get the true treasures. The true treasure armor is mine, and you can have the others, Demon Blade Knight said coldly. Both Ce Qian Knight and Feather Dark Horde Leader were a bit angry, but they knew that Demon Blade Knight was stronger than them. Besides, they still hadn't found a way to get out of Land of Extremis. Ce Qian Knight and Feather Dark Horde Leader nodded. Okay, said Ce Qian Knight. Okay, agreed Feather Dark Horde Leader. Golden Horned Beast, we don't care what's going on outside. We want your true treasures more. Then Demon Blade Knight looked at the Golden Horned Beast and said, Die. Howl. Snarl. Endless golden waters spread and enveloped the sky for tens of millions of square miles. 9 strange beasts swam in the water, and the Golden Horned Beast stood in the middle. Feather Dark Horde Leader, Ce Qian Knight, and Demon Blade Knight were all shocked. A domain-type true treasure, they said as one. Want my true treasures, said the Golden Horned Beast. Under the pressure of the Golden River, the three universe overlords couldn't so much as touch the golden horned beast. The golden horned beast glared at them, infuriated. Let's see who dies first. The water in Nine Tiger River flowed through the sky and trapped the three universe overlords. They quickly slowed down. What should we do? He has a domain-type true treasure, and we can't even get close to him, said Chen Knight, sounding anxious. Demon Blade Knight, however, frowned. Feather Dark Horde leader, can you attack you using your illusion and slow him down? No, I can't, answered Feather Dark Horde leader, sounding helpless. He has incredibly strong willpower and a strong mind. I can only affect him to a very small extent. He's still able to fly and dodge perfectly. Under Soul Illusion, some top-tier techniques might not be perfectly performed. However, it would still be easy to fly. Forget it, Demon Blade Knight said. We can't kill him, as he has a domain-type true treasure. Let's spare his life and leave. Okay. I guess we have to do this. Chen Knight, Demon Blade Knight, and Feather Dark Horde leader started to fly back to their planets. Want to flee? Asked a furious voice, and the golden horned beast started to chase Demon Blade Knight. Humph! You dare to chase me even after I spared your life? Demon Blade Knight glared at the golden horned beast coming after him. Perhaps I might not be able to catch you in your domain, but don't blame me for killing you since you delivered yourself to me. Sounds like my life is in your hands, said the golden horned beast. Ha ha ha. Hilarious. Demon Blade Knight, let's see who'll die. The golden horned beast shook his wings and dashed at Demon Blade Knight. Under his burning godly power, his Shawu wings slashed Demon Blade Knight. And the 9 strange beasts in the Nine Tiger River also encircled Demon Blade Knight. The 9 strange beasts were mighty and were able to severely injure secondary universe knights with the help of the golden horned beast's godly power and amplification. As for universe overlords, though they were not able to hurt them, they could suppress their speed. You must be seeking your own demise, Demon Blade Knight said with disdain. He had scorned the golden horned beast since the moment he first saw him. You're too weak to fight me. And the only reason you're still breathing is your background, coming from the Space Beast Alliance and being bestowed an incredible true treasure. You couldn't hope to fight against me. Hong. 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 The noise was deafening as Demon Blade Knight and the golden horned beast began to fight within the Golden River. The golden horned beast was only able to concentrate on one enemy at a time. Chen Knight and Feather Dark Horde leader watched the fight from a distance, relaxed. He's just playing with fire, said Chen Knight. Not only did the golden horned beast not flee with his domain-type true treasure when he had the chance, but he dared to try to fight. Let's see how Demon Blade Knight crushes him, said Feather Dark Horde leader. The fight continued. 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Although it was a fierce battle, it was the golden horned beast who was haunting Demon Blade Knight. The golden horned beast kept being hit, but he didn't back down. He continued bringing the fight to Demon Blade Knight. Chen Knight and Feather Dark Horde leader watched, stupefied. This? Demon Blade Knight has burned 1% of his godly body at this point, Chen Knight said with shock. But that golden horned beast's force doesn't change at all. His godly body isn't weakened at all, even after burning for such a long time, said Feather Dark Horde leader, also stunned. Demon Blade Knight ceased being aloof and disdainful. Instead, he was distressed and furious. His godly body hasn't changed at all after being hit for such a long time. But how? No wonder it's a senior true treasure armor. He sensed that the golden horned beast was weak, and he even thought that the golden horned beast hadn't triggered its third form. However, even the second form of a senior true treasure armor could weaken attacks to 1/1000th. Even senior true treasures are useless. Break. A jade blade light tore through the Golden River and slashed the golden horned beast. There were 9 attacks in total, and each successive attack was more powerful than the previous one. The 9th attack consumed 2% of Demon Blade Knight's godly body. Now 8% of Demon Blade Knight's godly body had been consumed. What? Demon Blade Knight was terrified. He glared at the golden horned beast. His godly body isn't weakened at all. Howl. The golden horned beast howled and shook his wings. His wings tried to strike Demon Blade Knight again. Demon Blade Knight was in a fluster now. The technique in his attack is only mediocre, he said. Apparently, his lore comprehension is not deep enough to drive the third form of a senior true treasure armor. Besides, I have a senior true treasure godly blade, and I just performed the ultimate technique I've perfected an eternity in the land of extremis. Even a universe overlord with a senior true treasure armor should be severely injured. The golden horned beast dashed toward Demon Blade Knight again. Demon Blade Knight, I already told you, the golden horned beast shouted. Let's see who will die. Demon Blade Knight's eyes glinted with fear as he finally understood the golden horned beast's plan. Damn it! Demon Blade Knight tried to fly away. Under the pressure of the golden waters, he wasn't able to fly fast enough. The golden horned beast was 100 times faster than him, and he caught up with Demon Blade Knight instantly. Even if my godly body only has 42% left, it's a godly body with 600 million times that of a sector lord. It's millions of times stronger than yours. Besides, my force armor is a pinnacle true treasure. Even if you have a senior true treasure blade, and even if your technique is powerful, the force armor can weaken it to 1/10,000 th. I might not be able to kill you, but I can slowly consume your body. You can't even run away under the influence of 9 Tiger River. You can only die. The golden horned beast howled. Demon Blade Knight had lost all his pride and only wanted to fly away. Chien Knight and Feather Dark Horde leader both understood what was happening, and they immediately left the domain of 9 Tiger River. Quick! Go, said Chien Knight. Go? What a terrific golden horned beast! Feather Dark Horde leader said in amazement. The technique he used to defend against us was clumsy, Chien Knight said. It was like a technique from a secondary universe knight. I thought his true treasure armor only reached the second form, and I thought there was no doubt that Demon Blade Knight's ultimate technique would severely injure that golden horned beast. But neither of us was correct. Demon Blade Knight's godly body was sharply weakened, but that golden horned beast's godly body didn't change at all. Both Feather Dark Horde Knight and Chien Knight were thrilled. He's dead, Chien Knight said. Demon Blade Knight's definitely going to die, agreed Feather Dark Horde Knight. Feather Dark Horde Knight and Chien Knight exchanged eye contact. Both of them knew now that the golden horned beast couldn't be killed. Demon Blade Knight couldn't run away under the pressure from the domain-type true treasure. If he kept burning his godly body would keep being weakened. And he would fall at some point. But if Demon Blade Knight stopped burning his godly body, he would be 1,000 times weaker, and 9 Tiger River would be able to keep injuring him. Demon Blade Knight would die no matter what. Demon Blade Knight transmitted his voice reluctantly. Golden horned beast, spare my life, please. No chance. The golden horned beast roared. Wait for your demise. You're pushing me. Demon Blade Knight was infuriated. Yes, I am. Weren't you trying to kill me? Your lore comprehension is indeed deeper than mine, but you'll die anyway. The golden horned beast kept charging Demon Blade Knight, who had no way to escape under the pressure from 9 Tiger River. This was what made domain-type true treasures so precious. This one could trap the enemies when the user was at an advantage, help the user get away when he was at a disadvantage, and slaughter weaker opponents all at once. You. Demon Blade Knight roared in exasperation. Wait for your death, the golden horned beast said and kept charging. Even if Demon Blade Knight was many times better at fighting than the golden horned beast, his godly body was being weakened continuously. But he didn't dare stop burning his godly body, as if he did, his defending power would tumble. His godly body would then be consumed even faster. 60%. 50%. 40%. His godly body kept being weakened, and so did his power. And as he lost his power, his godly body was consumed more quickly. Golden Horned Beast. Demon Blade Knight roared. If I'm resurrected by turning back time, I'll become a universe master and kill you. Then I'll kill you again, the Golden Horned Beast bellowed. Remember, it's me who'll kill you. Don't look for the wrong one. Unfortunately, you're a universe overlord. Perhaps it will be difficult to resurrect you. Just wait for it. Demon Blade Knight shouted. He was from Nine Territory Alliance, and there wasn't a Universe Supreme Master in that alliance. Once a Universe Overlord was killed, the Nine Territory Alliance would need to ask for help from other powers or some lone Universe Supreme Masters, which would be costly. Demon Blade Knight wasn't sure whether the Nine Territory Alliance would be willing to pay the price. 32%. Demon Blade Knight could feel his godly body being weakened, and he got more infuriated. If he didn't self-destruct, he would be knocked out, and his soul might be controlled. But if he did self-destruct, he would die. And perhaps he would remain dead forever. I'll definitely die if I don't self-destruct, but at least I might still have a chance if I do so, he said. Goddamn you, Golden Horned Beast. Demon Blade Knight roared. Ah. Demon Blade Knight blew himself up with a cry. The energies from the explosion swept across Nine Tiger River and annihilated it after producing tumbling waves. Humph, the Golden Horned Beast said, looked at it coldly. I was planning to have a conversation with you, but you insisted on robbing me. Unfortunately for you, your valuables are mine now. He waved his hands. The two valuables flew toward him. They were a green armor and a jade true treasure godly blade. He only had two true treasures. The Golden Horned Beast took the true treasures. Ce Chien Knight and Feather Dark Horde leader witnessed what happened and sighed. A Universe Overlord had just died. The waves were churning, and the Golden Horned Beast stepped on the waves and transmitted his voice, saying, Ce Chien Knight, Feather Dark Horde leader, are you still going to be my enemies? This video will end here.